Next thing we're going to get into is the weekly rant for episode 119. Now, this one, I'm not even going to get as fired up as you might expect, but I feel like this needs to be talked about. And it's really become apparent over the past week or so, just from everyone, and this pertains to many different things. But I'm just going to give you examples that I see in life. And really, this is taking joy in other people's misery. Taking joy in other people's misery. And one example of this is we are in the NFL playoffs right now. You know, you may not be a football fan, but the playoffs are happening right now. And a lot of people, and this is just one example, but a lot of people like to talk shit to other fans about sports teams. To the point where it can just be, like, mean and downright ridiculous. So, you know, where you look at it and you're like, you're really taking more joy in another team not doing well than you are in the team that you're supposed to be cheering for doing well. You know? And this is just one example. This has also become very apparent in the political landscape over the past week or so, with the Orange Menace deciding to launch attacks and everything else that's happening out there. I've seen this on social media quite a bit. And I've seen people saying, like, I don't care, and literally, and this is not an exact quote, but literally saying something along these lines, I don't care if what he's doing isn't right, it's pissing off the libs. This is what I've seen. It's pissing off. So really, it's not important to you that the country gets to a good place. It's not important to you that we do the right thing as a country. What's important to you is upsetting other people because they are different from you, because their views are different from yours. There's never an excuse for this. There just isn't. And it comes down to pop culture, too. It really does. Pop culture is the same thing. Don't sit there and just shit on someone else because you don't like what they like. And we're going to get into that more in one of our next weekly rants. But it's the joy in other people's misery. And yeah, you can say, well, there's all these YouTube videos of people getting hurt and stuff. Even that's ridiculous. I don't think you should be watching that stuff. But really, just take joy in your own joy. Don't look at other people and how they're suffering and take joy from that, period. And it's funny because I was actually thinking about this today. And I was like, well, where are there reasons to take joy in something? And I thought about it, where other people would be miserable. And a great example of this is abortion laws in this country. There are many Christians out there, Catholics out there, that are very much against abortion. And I'm not going to get into my own views on abortion. I've talked about it. I don't have a uterus. I don't have the right to even discuss abortion. I don't know what that's like. I don't have the right, and I 100% support a woman's right to take care of her own body. So that's an example of maybe where an entire group of people is going to be really upset, and maybe you could sit there and say, well, this is right. Women should have the right, should control the rights over their own bodies. But we still don't need to be happy that this other group is miserable. Do you see the difference there? We can be happy that women have the right to do this thing in most states, have the right to control their bodies in most states. But even being happy about that shouldn't be you pointing fingers at other people and saying, ha ha ha, you're miserable. I'm happy that you're sad. You should never be happy that someone is sad. Now I'll take it back to sports. You can be slightly happy and another, your team beat your friend's team and they're a little sad and you're happy, but you're not happy because they're sad. That's the difference. You're happy because your team won. And in fact, in the back of your head, maybe you feel a little sad that your friend isn't quite as happy as you are. I have friends that are Yankees fans. I don't take joy in the Yankees losing. Maybe a little bit jokingly. I don't take joy in it, though. Not at all. And I would hope that everyone out there will think about this the next time that you're going to put some... Because you might say, ha ha ha, I'm just making it... It's not always a joke. It isn't. Someone else being sad never should make you happy. Never. Maybe other reasons are making you happy, but not someone else being sad and or miserable, downtrodden, whatever it might be. And this really goes back to mental health, too. Think about that when you're making fun of somebody. Think about that. Is it really important? Is it really important to put someone down? What are you getting out of that? It's like the old saying, putting someone else down doesn't lift yourself up. It doesn't. So keep that in mind, wall fans and common sensors. Because if we hit a point where people can stop taking joy in other people's misery, then we'll be better, we'll do better, and we will get better in the long run. And I know we can hit that point. So let's get there. Absolutely.